Okay. All right. So today we are going to read the Sometimes Friend. We are going to be making inferences or guesses using the inferring strategy. All right. So the author doesn't always tell you what you need to know. Sometimes you have to use information that you already know, like background knowledge, and text within clues within the text to determine what's going on, okay? So an inference is like a guess or a conclusion, something like that you're making a guess on what's going on. It doesn't come right out and say it, okay? So we're going to go over a couple examples up here on the board, and I want each of you to write your answer down, okay? Don't say it out loud because I want to know what everybody else comes up with. But you're going to write down your guess, okay? All right. Ready, bud?
Okay, but I have to get my sticky note.
I got you. All right. Write down your answers to the examples up here.
But I was getting into the first
All right,
thing.
so what can you infer? Draw a conclusion, all right? Johnny is walking down the hall smiling and singing. Based on the picture and the information given to you, what kind of mood is Johnny in? Write down your inference. Hey, bud. Up here. Look. What kind of mood is Johnny in? He's smiling. Don't say it out loud. Just write it down for me, okay? He's smiling and singing. Okay? The next one says, Gracie always brings juice to drink for lunch. Jada asks Gracie if she wants to trade with her. Does she want to trade her juice for milk? Gracie says no. Why do you think Gracie doesn't want to trade with Jada? Why wouldn't she want to trade her juice? She brings juice every day. Oh, don't say it out loud. Write it down. Write down what you think. She always brings juice and she doesn't want to switch with anybody else. She wants to keep her juice. Why do you think she doesn't want to trade? Okay? You doing the second one still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see it.
Yep. Juice. All right. And the last one says, when Chase was a baby, he was bitten by a dog. Even though he is grown now, whenever he sees a dog, he still gets scared. What does he think might happen again? What do you think? Don't say it. Write it down. What can you infer about that information given? With your sticky note. You'll read them all. Okay. wasn't sticking very good. That's okay. You're okay. So making inferences is pretty easy, right? You just use the information and what you already know and kind of make a guess. And some, there's no right or wrong answer really. Let's see what you got. Okay, so the first one, Johnny's walking down the hall smiling and singing. Everybody said Johnny's happy, which that's a really good inference, okay? The next one, she always brings juice to drink and she doesn't want to trade with anybody. Gracie loves juice and hates milk. That's really good.
That's mine.
That's good, buddy. Somebody said she might be allergic to milk. That is another really good answer. And then because she likes it. Yeah, she likes juice. Those are all right answers. They're different, but they're all right, okay? And then the last one, why is Chase scared of the dog? Obviously he was bitten. He's older now. He's still scared. So Chase is scared of dogs because he thinks he might get bit again. Yes, very good. He may get bit again. Everybody got those, okay? He thinks a dog might bite him. Right. So good job. So today, when we're reading the Sometimes Friend, we're going to do the same thing we just did up there, okay? We're going to make inferences. There might be some vocabulary words you don't know. There are some words in this book that, are bigger words. There's a glossary in the back. Y'all been talking about the glossary and everything, right, in class? I was in there one day when Miss Pace was talking to y'all about words in the glossary.
We already did all of that stuff.
Yes, so you know how to use the glossary, right?
Yeah.
If you need help figuring out a word.
That's in the reading.
Right. So these two words are two of the words that you might have the most trouble with.
Scans? I know what scanned means.
What does that mean?
It means like you scan something. Like with one of them things that have a red light on them. Like when Mr. E scans our books.
Yeah, that's right. Scanned has a couple different meanings. That is one of them. That's very good. The other one in the book, when it says scanned, it's talking about she scans the cafeteria. Do any of you think you might know what that means? What does that mean? What do you think?
I think it means like she looks around.
Right. Very good. Good job. And then, so you're right too. It just has to. It can have more than one meaning. Okay.
I know
but
some words do.
Yeah, and in this book, you will use clues around it and the pictures to determine that, and that's what you'll do. And then this word is hesitated. Does anyone know what that means right off the bat? Like if you hesitate to do something.
Like you may not do it.
Right, or maybe like you pause or something, right?
Or it can mean that you're fussy about something.
Right. Okay. So in the book, if you do come up to it while you're reading to yourselves, if you do come to a word you don't know, try to use the clues around it and the pictures and stuff to figure out what it means. Okay. All right. So you all know the cover of the book, the author. The spine of the book would be on the side, right? In the glossary, you said you've all talked about that, so you all know that. And again, after we get done reading, you're going to read the whole book, and then to me, you're going to read a few sentences. I'm going to listen to each of you. But be thinking about the main idea. That's what we're doing with the inferring strategy,
main idea?
okay? Yes, while you're reading the book, you need to think about what the author's main idea is, okay? And anytime you think in the book, like, hey, this is talking about the main idea, and you're making an inference about something, you're going to take your sticky note and place it in the book so you can have 3 supporting details as to why that was the main idea, okay? All right.
Rivet.
Okay, I'm going to listen to you first, okay? So if you want to read, y'all two read to yourselves, and I'm going to listen to him read, and then I'll move down to each of you, okay?
tried not to panic. It was her first day of third grade at a new school. She had no idea who to sit with. Then a girl with a big, bright smile waved Lucy. Waved Lucy over here. Let's see here. Where am I?
You are right there.
Over to her table. Lucy sank down beside her with a small sigh of relief. I'm Dinah, the girl said. Hi, Lucy said. I'm Lucy. I like your hair, Dinah said. Wish mine was curly, thanks, Lucy said. You look like an artist, Dina said. I like art, Lucy said. Me too, Dina said. Let's draw at your house this weekend. I'll bring my markers. You can bake us cookies. Okay, Lucy said, excited to have a new friend. On Saturday, Dina came to Lucy's house. Lucy served snickerdoodles fresh from the oven. I like chocolate chip better, Dina said. I told you that. Oh, Lucy said. Dina had told her nothing of the kind. Dina ate the snickerdoodles anyway. Lucy watched her drop crumbs on the road. You have a great long room, Dina said. My favorite color is purple too, but my room is green. Dina had finished the cookies. She sat down on Lucy's bed and said, let's draw here.
Lucy hesitated, but she wanted Diana to like her, so she agreed. It wasn't long before Diana's marker slipped and made a long black line through the purple flowers on Lucy's bedspread. Lucy gasped. Oopsie, Diana said. Her eyes were big and round. It was an accident. Lucy nodded, but she wasn't so sure. It didn't seem like an accident. On Monday, Diana and Lucy jumped rope at recess. When a girl and boy smiled at Lucy, she waved at them. Diana stopped her. Don't look at and
Right there. His name's Eugene. It's kind of a weird name, huh?
And Eugene, she said, they're laughing at you. They think you're a weird jumper. After school, Anna and Eugene asked Lucy to jump rope with them the next day. Not if you're going to laugh at me, Lucy said. Why would we laugh at you, Eugene? Diana told me you just wanted to make fun of me, Lucy said. That isn't true, Anne said. Sometimes Diana laughs. The next day at lunch, Diana waved and patted Lucy beside her. Lucy's voice shook when she spoke. Let's sit with Dana and Eugene, she said. No one knows their name. Lucy hesitated. Then Eugene smiled at her, and she felt a little bit braver. I'm going to sit with Anna and Eugene, she said. Come with me, Lucy, Diana said. Honestly, sit down. Lucy had a in her throat. She didn't think she could speak without crying, so she did not try. She didn't sit down there. Diana frowned and crossed her arms. "You'll be sorry," she warned. Lucy swallowed. The lump in her throat disappeared. "I'm sorry about one thing," she said. "I'm sorry we can't be friends. If you want to be my friend, you need to be a friend to me. I hope you will." She turned and walked over to Anna and Eugene. Sit with us," Anna said. Lucy felt a little choky. She sat down and looked at the two of them. "How's it going, Nancy Eugene?" Lucy took a deep breath. She smiled. They smiled back. "Better," she said.
We'll finish reading the story. It's okay if some people get done first. Everyone reads at different pages, okay?
I'm gonna write her name on it.
Finish reading that. Everybody's done reading, right? What was the book about? What was this book about?
It's about
Who are the characters?
The characters are
Lucy,
Lucy and Dina, right?
and also
Eugene.
Eugene and Anna.
Right. The two main characters are Lucy and Dina, right?
Yeah.
What were they doing to each other, or what was one of them doing to the other?
it would be
Who's the new one at school?
Lucy.
Lucy? And Dina was her first friend, right? And what did Dina start doing sometimes?
She started being
Not so nice, right? She started being kind of mean to her. And how did that make her feel?
made her feel that Lucy may not be a good friend.
Right, Lucy felt like Dina might not be a good friend, right? She talked to her dad about it. What did her dad tell her? Kaden, you know what? She talked to her dad, right? And he kind of just told her that you need to hang out with people that make you feel good, right? And how did Dina feel about Lucy talking to other people?
She's sad.
Right, she didn't like it, did she? She wanted Lucy to just be her friend.
But that isn't nice. She can be friends with whoever she wants.
Right,
And Dina said, no, don't sit with them because they're mean.
right. But it's okay to have more than one friend, right?
Yeah, but Dina only wanted Lucy to have one friend.
Right.
Which is her.
Dina just wanted Lucy to be her friend, but she wasn't always very nice. She made Lucy feel kind of bad, right?
Yeah.
And then in the end, Lucy goes and sits with other people that are a little bit nicer, right? But she doesn't leave Dina out, does she? She wants Dina to come too. So, what do you think? What inference can you make, or what conclusion can you draw? What point was the author trying to get across to y'all? What do you think? What do you think the main idea was?
I think
What
the
did-
author was trying to tell people that
You can have more than one friend.
Okay, good.
That's part of it, but I wrote that Lucy got mad at Dina.
Okay, well right here you need to write that you can have more than one friend. That's really good. And then write 3 reasons why that you found in the book that you think that. You can write what you have on that sticky note. I've been seeing you write what you write. Those are all good, okay? So you can have more than one friend. That's his main idea. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say that Dina was
Go ahead. Say it. What do you get out of this book from reading it?
I thought the author was trying to tell you that if someone just wants you to be their friend, that you should tell them that you want to be other people's friends too.
And their friend? Okay. Write that down and then put three things in the book that made you think that, okay? Good job. And what do you think the main idea was of the story?
The main idea
That the author's trying to teach you.
that you can
What do you think he's talking about in friendship in this book? How did Dina make Lucy feel?
she made her feel sad.
Right, so what do you think the author was trying to teach us? What do you think the author was trying to teach us?
That you can have more than one friend.
Right, and to be a good friend, right? Okay, so write that down and then put the supporting detail, okay? Very good job, y'all. The important thing is to remember that, the author doesn't always tell you what you need to know in a book, okay? Sometimes you have to think about it and use what you already know in the text in the book to figure out what he's trying to say, okay? Go ahead.